Watch the new tub video.
Why is this image creepy? I mean, it looks like a human, but it's not.
My man, this does not look like a human at all. This looks like the You're Not Perfect guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog. This shit looks like it's a, like, thumb person from one of Mr. Fluke's Fluglies from Spy Kids. This shit does not look like a human, if you ask me.
It's not. Let's take it a step further. Why is this thing creepy?
This thing's kind of cool. I take it back.
What exactly makes us feel unsettled when coming face to face with something that is almost human?
That's the I feel fantastic
isn't?
lady.
In today's video, we'll be talking about the uncanny valley, the flashed face distortion effect, and the visual perception theories. Also, thank you to Astrigal for suggesting this video topic.
Are you the tier 1 wizard?
The
in the
uncanny
tier 1
valley.
jail?
So,
the prime beer?
the uncanny valley is a phenomenon introduced by Masahiro Mori in the 1970s. It's used to describe the relationship between a human-like object and the emotional response it evokes in people. The average human has 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, a mouth, eyebrows, and hair. But why does this image look normal, and this one just looks like something straight out of your nightmares? That's because what we're looking at is almost human, and our minds can recognize that. If we take a look at this chart here, we see that it's using 2 scales, familiarity and human likeness. We're very familiar with stuffed animals and industrial robots. However, the closer the object is humans, the closer they reach the uncanny valley. A state of mind.
Which one was the robot there, am I right?
Because we don't know if what we're
Jimmy or the girl
or not. All we know is that they're almost human. Masahiro Mori wrote an essay all about the uncanny valley and goes into detail on what exactly makes us feel uncomfortable. For context, Masahiro was a Japanese roboticist, most known for his research in humans' emotional responses to non-human entities. The essay was written in Japanese but has been translated to English. In the effect of movements section, he states, for example, one robot had 29 pairs of artificial muscles in the face, the same number as a human being, to
Are they
make it
grieving?
smile in a human-like fashion. According to the designer, a smile is a dynamic sequence of facial deformations, and the speed of the deformations is crucial. When the speed is cut in half in an attempt to make the robot bring up a smile more slowly.
Hey, real quick, I've said this a million times and I'll say it again. What the fuck is the point in making robots that look like humans? Why? That doesn't do anything to help us. Like, if we want robots to, like, do chores or something, it could just look like a goddamn drone. It doesn't need to look human-like, right? It makes no fucking sense unless they're sex robots. Outside of fucking it, why even make it look human at all? It could just look like a drone. As long as the job gets done, it doesn't matter if it looks like my grandpa, right? It could just look like a giant hunk of metal doing the task to adequately. The only possible logic I could see with making a robot that looks human is to fuck it. Which I don't think every robot needs to double as a sex bot.
Instead of looking happy, its expression turns creepy. This shows how, because of a variation in movement, something has come to appear very close to
Oh my god,
human,
never mind, I see
like
the
a
purpose
robot,
now.
Puppet, or
Einstein's
a
back,
hand,
baby, let's
could easily
go.
tumble down into the uncanny valley. Movement is a great part of the uncanny valley. It's one thing to see a creepy robot, but if that dude blinks at me, bruh, I'm dipping the fuck out of there. Our minds are set to recognize that movement coming from an object is most likely alive. A caterpillar, a dog, a bird, a fish, your Uncle Jose. But this sensation of eeriness runs through us when we see a human-like robot. Now, why? Why do we feel this way? There's not really a specific answer. This is just a phenomenon that everyone seems to agree on. But many people theorize that the reason us as humans have this sharp emotional ability to recognize other humans is because maybe at one point, recognizing other humans was a living necessity. Again, that's just a theory. No, not a game theory. Or
that is an interesting idea. That's something I think about from time to time. Early human beings had so much shit that they had to learn that today would make no sense to us. There probably was a time when you wouldn't be able to recognize if what you were looking at was a human being or not. I think about that a lot. And also, I remember this from a movie called, I think it's The Man from Earth. There was a time in our history where we would watch someone go to sleep and they never wake up and we just wonder why. The concept of death eluded us. That's just baffling to me, to think about that. You're millions of years beyond that, why worry? Well, it's not worrying, it's just something I think about. I find that interesting. Like, starting from the bottom. Like, just thinking back to that. What's now become just, like, basic common sense for humans was something that had to be learned over so many years. Just kind of cool to think about, I guess.
I don't know, maybe 2025 there'll be some aliens coming down to Earth that look just like us, but thanks to our uncanny valley senses.
Grug, no wake up.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Alien, bruh. Arrest him. I don't know what we would do. So, how does a roboticist or an artist avoid the uncanny valley? Well, Masahiro Mori explains that this can be greatly avoided by not combining robots and humans. Many problems will be faced, including that of false smiles. When robots seem disingenuous smiling simply because they don't have all the muscles our face does, and their movements are far more coordinated than ours. We've talked enough about the uncanny valley. Now let me give you some specific examples. Tara the android. If you have watched previous videos on my channel, then you might remember
Do we know
us talking
Tara?
about a video called I Feel Fantastic.
Oh, it's her. Yeah, this one's OG YouTube shit.
The video began gaining popularity in the 2010s due to being extremely creepy. The video depicts a female robot singing with a text-to-speech voice. Since this is the internet, rumors started spreading that the creator of the video was a murderer and other weird stuff, but no, just another classic internet rumor. The bot was created by John Bergeron in 2003, and multiple music videos were made. It just so happens that I Feel Fantastic was re-uploaded onto YouTube either by him or another person, and it went viral. It's obvious the creator was going for an unsettling vibe with the use of the robot, dark synths, odd voice, and overall disturbing atmosphere. Visiting androidworld.com/prod68.htm will lead you to a buying page, where apparently you can buy a DVD with 5 3-minute songs by Tara. I mean, they have a working PayPal link, but in all honesty,
let's go.
you're probably not going to get what you ordered considering the website was created in 2004.
No, he's still
Medal
probably
of
active.
Honor Warfighter. Medal of Honor Warfighter
What?
is a video game developed by Danger Close Games, released in 2012
Man, rest in
for
peace,
360,
Medal of Honor.
PS3, and PC. Though these aren't physical robots, they do create very unsettling avatars, resulting in the uncanny valley. Let's take a look at this cutscene.
So you picked a name.
Oh,
I wanted
wow.
Michael,
I don't
but
remember
I wanted a
this.
Girl. That didn't work.
Well, keep Michael in your hip pocket. That way when...
Isabella.
Oh, beautiful. When Isabella shows up...
Holy
with a few
shit,
friends,
yeah, this is weird.
What? That's how I met you. God bless older sisters.
I want to play it. This shit's like a creepypasta. Animated.
Okay, I'll take that as a chance to hit the ladies. Married to that man for 22 years. And one of the things I've learned that some of the other wives didn't is that it's better to have them happy than to have them safe.
Easy resub, Chad.
Now, what's the difference between these player models and player models in a game like GTA 5? Well, GTA 5 had a far greater budget, which meant they could hire actors, not voice actors, in motion capture suits and in general afford better technology. I don't mean to be a Rockstar fanboy, but Rockstar always goes all out when it comes to their models' facial expressions.
They definitely
such
do.
as LA
I
Noire,
agree.
where a major task in the game is to read other characters' expressions to tell if they're lying or not. They achieve this with facial scan technology, which is also meant to skip over the uncanny valley because their characters actually look good. On the other hand, animating 3D characters by hand, or at least without a big budget.
That actually is kind of wild. I haven't played Medal of Honor Warfighter. I think most people stopped playing Medal of Honor after the PS2 era because the game just got turbo shit. But now I want to play it. This is kind of wild. You have to try really hard to make character models look this bad with a big budget. What's wrong with it? Bro, it looks like shit. What do you mean?
And trying to make them look hyper-realistic
Looks super
not
weird.
only lead to an ugly design,
They look like
very awkward
greased
movements, specifically
corpses.
in the hair, eyes, and head. I feel I should say this again. This is a phenomenon, not a fact. I'm sure there's a handful of people out there that are scared of Trevor Phillips because he looks like the uncanny valley. But the game made $1 billion 3 days after its release date in 2013, so
Zioris and
probably
Richard.
not the majority. Off topic, but as a toddler, I was always afraid of the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics, specifically their eye movements. Like,
Hey,
stop
come on.
blinking. You're not supposed to blink. You're a robot. But now that I'm older, I actually invented a piece of body protection that actually scares the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics and lets them know to not fuck with you. It's the Earl hat. Look at that. It's the
Oh, it's a
Earl
merch
hat.
plug.
We also got the I Don't Exist sweatshirt. But what's that? You don't like pastel colors?
Good
That's
shit.
completely okay. We also got the Black Earl hat. In case you want to pull up
Kendrick
some school,
just dropped?
you know,
Did he?
People know that
Nice.
animatronics can't fuck with you. Blue
I'll have
hat
to
also
listen.
exists. We also got trucker hats. And my personal favorite, the beanies. But yeah, that's enough for the self-promo. If you guys want to see all the items of my new brand Earl, make sure to click the link in the description or go to earldoesn'texist.com. Now let's head over to the next Uncanny Valley example. Telenoid. Let's talk about the thing in the thumbnail. Here in the US, we have Alexa. In Japan, they had Telenoid.
There is one question I would like to ask
Oh,
you.
wow.
You
he,
know,
oh, he moves so
we
cool.
had had in 20 years and in the phone market too.
It's like a
But
like a
people
fetus.
aren't using it because
Created in 2010 by Hiroshi Ishiguro,
Jesus
Humanoid
Christ.
was a telecommunications avatar, which meant that when connected to your phone,
Like a
it would
weird
mimic the
marshmallow
other person
thing.
on the line's facial movements, and their voice would come out of the robot to, quote, make the call more enjoyable. The eyes follow you around, and the telenoid is also 31.5 inches tall and has short limbs in order to make it huggable. Yup, so if you get horrible news and you're receiving it through a telenoid, all you gotta do is pick it up, hug it, and start crying. And then probably crying even harder, you're hugging a fucking telenoid. The whole idea
I'd
was
never heard of
very
this.
non-ideal because the other person had to use a webcam and a specific software in order for the telenoid to work. So if you got a telenoid, you would literally have to tell all your friends, hey, you guys should buy a webcam and also download a specific software. No one's gonna do that. This was supposed to be the next big invention, which would replace video
God,
cameras
it's
and
so
software,
cool.
But I guess the researchers forgot that FaceTime exists. If you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys,
What
the
the
price starts
fuck?
at $8,000 for the consumer version and $35,000 for a research version.
It is actually like straight out of The Grudge. Why would he make the bottom of it look like this? Well, what is that design idea? Oh. It's like a pseudo sperm cell almost. Or like one of the boos from Mario. So you don't fuck it. Well, you can still fuck it in the mouth though if you wanted to. Like if you're having phone sex with a telenoid, you can still put your dick in its mouth. Doesn't stop it. Oh, that would be so horrifying too. Your wife on the other end of the telenoid just making the noises that the telenoid mimicking her like that beast from Annihilation.
Limbs in order to make it huggable. Yup, so if you get horrible news version. But I guess the researchers forgot that FaceTime exists. If you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, the price starts at $8,000 for the consumer version and
Tuggy, and the
$35,000
Prime
for a
Guardian.
research version.
There's some trilogy.
The flashed face distortion effect, otherwise known as the alien faces illusion. In front of you are faces that will begin to change semi-rapidly. I'd like you to stare at the cross in the middle.
Alright.
Keeping your eyes focused on the cross, you should begin to notice that the faces become distorted.
Yeah, I'm
and
looking
begin
at
to
like
have non-realistic facial features.
Oblivion
This video
NPCs.
is not edited. Every image is normal. This is the flash face distortion effect, aka FFDE. But why do these?
I don't believe that. Those faces were absolutely fucked. No way. Were those just normal? Oh wow. What? Okay. I've never heard of that before. That's kind of cool. Alright, I fuck with that.
Edited. Every image is normal. This is the flash face distortion effect, aka FFDE. But why do these images become alien-like? This is because our brain is trying to fill these gaps through peripheral vision using our memory. Obviously, it has a hard
look
time
like
doing
Titans.
that, and the
Yeah.
flickering of the images doesn't help it at all either. Our brain does its best to detect faces, which is why we see faces on random objects. This part of the brain is called the amygdala, a section of our brain that is commonly thought to form the core of a neural system for processing fearful and threatening stimuli, including detection of threat and activation of appropriate fear-related behaviors in response to threatening or dangerous surroundings. At the end of the day, the FFDE is a phenomenon based on our peripheral vision facial detection skills, since our brain just likes to assume that all faces are normal at first glance. I'd also like to show you guys an illusion called the Thatcher illusion. Here's a normal image of me. Look how hot I am. Then we flip it around and oh wow, I'm hideous. Anyone can do this. All it takes is a photo editing software. All you gotta do is flip your eyes and flip your mouth upside down and then flip that image 180 degrees. This illusion is the best supporting evidence as to how our brain just assumes a face that we're looking at is normal. Visual perception theory. This is what the creepiest phenomenons and illusions fall under. Visual perception is the ability to see, organize, and interpret one's environment, aka our brains just assuming things. If you're this deep into the video and for some reason you don't believe that our brains don't assume things for us, let's take a look at this video. This mask is not going to change in direction of rotation.
Was that Charlie Chaplin?
However, our brains do like to assume that it's facing us. Now, there are a lot of examples of the visual perception theory,
Okay.
though that video
I've
is
seen
probably
something like that
the
before.
easiest and best one. The way I like to explain it is just assuming. Our brains just think they know everything. I don't know why. I don't know why she thinks she knows everything. The next theory for visual perception is called the bottom-up theory, and that means understanding a concept's individual components before we understand the whole thing. For example, if you were to individually analyze my mouth and eyes in this image without me rotating it, after some time you'd be like, wait, that's not right. But that's simply too much work for us, so we'd rather much let our brains do the work for us and assume that a face is a normal face. So, to end this video off, this image is creepy because it falls under the uncanny valley. And also, he's pretty fucking ugly.
True. Telenoid's fucking awesome, though.
Hey
I
guys,
kind of want a
thanks for
Telenoid.
watching the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. You made it to the end of the video. You like me to some degree. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys
How old is
next
Telenoid?
time I upload.
How long has that been around? Is that a new thing or an old thing? It has to be old, right? (2011). Released in 2010. God, it's so fucking cool. Like, I love the idea of it, but the price I don't like, and also I would stop liking it very quickly and just start to probably be a little disturbed by it. Oh, they even have one with a nutsack on it, I guess.